This is everyone's favorite wrestler, Rob Van Dam. You know what you're doing? You're listening to WNS.
You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or find us on Facebook by searching WNS Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Stitcher, and iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast or WNS Podcast. Now being broadcast in over 45 countries, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron and Tyler Abear.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I'm Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
Yeah, baby, we live. This is Ryan.
We welcome you to episode 341 of the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
We're on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, Player.fm, and Satchel. And all you have to do to find us is search Wrestling News Source Podcast.
There you go. You can also follow us on Twitter at WNS Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at WNS_Daniel. You can follow Tyler at Tyler_Abear. You can follow Ryan at King Scorpio 11. I got it. Yeah. So there you go. So welcome to the show. Got lots to talk about this week. We've got some feedback. We're going to talk about No Mercy. We're going to talk about Raw. We're going to talk about some hot topics, all that good stuff and more. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Yeah.
Good. It's been a long week.
Yes. This week has been going incredibly slow.
Few weeks.
Yeah. So, welcome to the show, Ryan.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope everybody out there.
Visiting.
Yeah.
Certainly appreciate you stopping by, saying hi. How you been?
Doing good, man.
Yeah.
Working, staying busy.
He works hard for the money.
Oh, yeah. Working very hard
So
and very tired.
hard for the money.
Probably got a chance to have a 2-day off, which is hardly ever happened for me.
Yeah.
I work 7 days a week.
Well, we're glad that you decided to come by and visit and and do the show with us. So, it's really cool. Tyler, you doing all right?
Doing all right.
Ready for 2K18 to come out?
Yes, I'm trying to focus on that because I still got a lot of things going on in my personal life, like still helping my parents and all that. And
Road to recovery is long.
Yeah, it is. So, in my mind, I've been looking forward to WWE 2K18.
Very cool.
We're going to do the podcast plays.
Yes.
We're going to try to do it the day it comes out for the deluxe. That's the 4 days early.
Yes, for those of you who either don't follow us on Twitter or Facebook or are not part of our Facebook group, which you should join because it's kind of cool. We have questionnaires and all that for you to contribute to. We are going to be bringing back our podcast plays series on Twitch. So if you do not follow us on Twitch, but you do have a Twitch account, feel free to do so. Just search WNS Podcast. Simple as that.
Yeah, I'm just super pumped about it. I guess I could talk about it now since we're on the subject.
Yeah.
They released all the DLC. Let's see. The NXT pack.
If you need to have the list.
Yeah,
right
get
here.
the list because I know there's
I've
two
got it right
legends. I keep on forgetting. So NXT has Elias, and people were like, "What? Elias is on Raw?" But like he came to Raw like right after Mania, I believe.
Yeah.
So okay, whoops.
You're good.
I will look at that. So we have for NXT Elias, Ruby Riott, Drew McIntyre, Lars Sullivan, and Aleister Black. That's the NXT pack.
Yes.
And it's weird that Drew McIntyre's in there because I don't know if he came a little bit before Shelton or at the same time.
He was at so he won the title at the previous NXT TakeOver. I believe the one before it is where he appeared.
At Mania, wasn't it?
At Mania. Yeah, so it was Mania weekend.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
maybe not too far. When did Shelton come in?
He came in like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, really? Was that close? Okay, never mind.
Maybe a month.
I guess they rushed him in
If
there.
they wanted to put him in, they probably still could.
Yeah.
But
There's out of the NXT pack. There's this one guy I wish they would have put in there. Is Andrade Cien Almos.
Yeah.
So
nice pronunciation.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
You been practicing?
Yeah. No. Yes. Maybe. I don't know. Nah. This dude's been there for what? 2 years.
Yeah.
They didn't put him in there.
That was kind of an odd pick to
Weird,
leave
yeah.
out. I wonder if that's a tell of anything,
Something
or maybe
behind
they just,
that. I don't know.
or maybe he decided not to be part of the game. I don't know.
I don't know. Then we have the Legends pack. So we have Matt and Jeff Hardy. We have
Wonderful.
the Rock and Roll Express and Beth Phoenix.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's really, really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait to play that and stuff. I don't know if I talked about this before on here. We may have. Have you heard of the online events that's going to be happening?
I have not.
So when it's coming up, I don't know how exactly it's going to work out, but like coming up close to a pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be qualifying matches online. And if you make it onto the card for that show online, and you have to fight. I don't know what you fight for or whatever, but you can be online on the major tournament that's going on in real life or whatever.
Nice.
So yeah,
Okay.
so that's pretty neat in itself.
So a community event.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be trying out for that.
Yeah.
See if I get my butt kicked.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because you got those
Well,
cheap ass motherfuckers out there. Because I played online before who like jack up their stats.
Oh, yeah.
They do this one move over and over and over, where it's kind of like
Stunner.
stuff like that, or it's like this running like clothesline or running whenever you get down. When
you can't reverse it.
Yeah, it's like so I don't know. I didn't get to play online last year, but I mean I'm gonna go do it, and I'm super pumped about it. I think there was gonna be something else I was gonna say about it, but I can't.
Accelerator and all that.
Accelerator pack,
prices.
that's gonna be a part of it. See, I got the deluxe edition, so I get all of that stuff.
Very cool.
So, it's so funny. I wasn't going to get the deluxe edition. I wasn't going to get the regular one, but I was like, might as well if you get the access pass, DLC access pass,
Yeah,
and you
get
play
it
4 days early.
4 days early.
You get it on a
all the
Friday
DLC.
instead of a Tuesday
So how much is it going to cost altogether then? Like what?
for a deluxe edition.
Yeah.
90.
Oh,
Which, in consideration,
that's pretty good though.
because let's be honest, instead of jacking all prices of video games up to $90 to where you get all the DLC, a lot of games keep it at the $50 range, and they say, okay, we're going to have a lot of downloadable content, and that'll be $24.99. Because I've noticed a lot of DLC, those passes, the expansion passes or whatever, they are about the $20 to $25 range. So I think that's their way of saying, okay, it's an affordable price, still at $50. And if you want later on, you can get the DLC. Or if you're going to be invested in this game, go ahead and get it now so that you'll be the first to have it.
Right. It's not bad because like I played Black Ops 3 and I bought the expansion pack for all 3 maps whenever it come out, and that's $50 I think it was for that. But it's like when I got it, I think it came with a deal, so you didn't pay like the full $50. It was like whatever.
Yeah.
During like lunchtime,
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like
now it's like $50 to buy it.
Yeah, and they'll come out and they'll offer.
Yeah.
Oh, if you just want this, it'll be $4.99. But if you want this, it'll be $18.99. So by the time you end up spending it, it's actually cheaper just to go ahead and get that first big deluxe thing. So it's a lot at first, but it's okay.
With this whole roster, this is like the closest they've ever been current to like the main roster or like everyone in general. In the past, they've never been this close.
And then as soon as the game drops, they're gonna fire 5 or 6 people.
Yeah,
and they'll be done with it.
Because I know
royalty checks.
I know we talked about this, but the UK guys that they signed to contract, they're not in there.
No.
And then half of I was about to say X division, half of the cruiserweight division is not in it. Which they still got like what 5 to 7 cruiserweights in the game, or maybe 8. So there's just about like 5 or 6 that are not in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm pumped about this year, so that's more for next year.
Yeah.
So I mean, heck, they
constantly
can Shelton Benjamin.
growing.
They can put Shelton Benjamin next year. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, those guys.
I'm pretty sure with Shelton Benjamin they can do like a 03 version or with Charlie Haas. Saying World Tag Team or whatever. They can have that.
Man, I'm just.
Unfortunately, James Ellsworth did not make the cut.
I know I talked about this last week, but because a lot of stressful stuff. So in my head, my go-to thing is this game, and like I'm big on matches, but I'm big on universe mode. Like, what am I going to set up? What am I going to do? So I'm like in my head, I'm like, because you can make different universe modes. I'm like, I can make a TNA roster because they have so many ex-TNA guys now. I could do this, I could do that. I'm constantly thinking. So, I mean, who knows? You may get to see that later on down the line. My universe mode.
Yeah.
On
it's showing according to the SmackDownHotel.com. There are 51 new people that were not in 2K17. So I mean that in itself is pretty huge.
Yeah.
So just to show that kind of expansion is really cool. like you said, the cruiserweights, Akira Tozawa, Grand Metalik, Jack Gallagher, a few others. So it's really cool to see them in the game for the first time. Cassius Ohno, Johnny Gargano.
Some things I didn't go over.
There's some China right there.
Where?
No,
Next to Jose. Of course, I say Crazy Jose.
No way, Jose. No, that's Nikki Cross.
Okay,
Cross.
Here looks like China.
I can't think of all the new matches they've added, but there's one that stood out to me. They haven't.
Sorry to cut you off. The website has updated its 205 Live division, and Enzo Amore is now there.
That's funny.
You
can do one where you can beat up Enzo Amore.
Yeah.
10. They have 10 cruiserweights with Enzo being added there. So
nice.
cool. NXT's staff.
Yeah, I know there's other matches I didn't go over, but they have 8-man tag added into there, so you can do 4-on-4.
Weird.
Yeah.
Have they done that before?
No, they have
See,
not.
because they've always stopped it at 6. It's always been a 3-on-3 or something.
So that's interesting.
I don't know if they've done
if you think about
before.
that. So now can you do like a 4-man stable coming out?
Yes.
So that's cool.
They showed that with Sanity coming out
That's pretty cool.
and their entrance.
Oh, what's funny about that too is there's actually on the roster 5 members of Sanity, but 1 got hurt. That's why Killian Dane took his place. But that other guy is on the roster.
Really?
In the game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very
so
cool.
that's interesting. So, but no, man, I can't talk enough about this. I'm going to keep on talking about it like the weeks leading up. And that's just my thing I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff stressful. So.
And the question that's on everybody's mind, will we be seeing John Dynamite in the game?
Yes.
Oh, we're seeing the return of John Dynamite.
He's been gone for like 3 years. And you know what?
Has he been gone or has he been working other independent circuits?
There was 1 year where he did work TNA. He sucked. He sucked in that TNA Impact game.
Yeah.
He didn't apparently have his moves. I don't know how he lost his moves.
Tragic.
Yeah. But no,
That looks pretty good.
Yeah. There's I'm showing Tyler the entrance and there's 4 members.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So,
So who got hurt then?
okay, I'm trying to think of the people. So you have Eric Young, you have Killian Dane, you have Alexander Wolf,
Oh, I do remember another member.
and then what's the other guy?
Man.
Is it Alexander Wolf?
Mm.
It was like the other big dude, huh?
Yeah, let me look him up.
Let me pull up Lars Sullivan. That's DLC.
Yes.
Sawyer Fulton.
Sawyer Fulton, that's him.
Mm.
That's the other guy who got hurt. So they add him. So it's interesting. So how does that work? He's part of the roster, but there's not gonna be a 5-man entrance. I don't know. Hey,
There should be. There needs to be NWO style where every single person
shit.
on the roster can walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. If they managed to do that in the video game,
What?
I would buy it instantly. I'd get their deluxe edition, their special Cena Enough
Yeah, get
edition.
the Cena Enough edition, and you get the statue where it's just like the base of it, and there's like no statue because you can't see.
just
You
says
can't
John
see him.
Cena.
You can't see him. So
We need to do that. We need to have like a special unboxing or something
Yeah.
and have
good.
that.
yeah, like oh, there he is. And, like if it's live, people are like, what are you talking about? Like, well, you can't see him.
Look at this. It's amazing. It looks so good. Look at the details.
Highly detailed.
Yeah, so really looking forward to 2K18.
Okay, before we get off it, just real quick, say if you get the game, who are you looking forward to? Because you said you haven't played since what? SmackDown versus Raw?
Yeah, like probably the last one or the second before.
2010?
2009, 2010?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that, yeah.
You got so many people. You got AJ Styles, Samoa Joe,
Yeah.
Braun Strowman,
I don't know, man. That's the crazy thing. Like, I don't
Cassius Ohno, Roderick Strong.
Who's your favorite guy to watch right now?
know. Damn. I'm really enjoying the tag team division, like on SmackDown. I'm
Yeah.
really enjoying that. So the Usos and
Oh man, they're up. I can't wait to play us in with their updated attire. Because
Yeah.
the last game
I guess single-
was the paint one where they did the chants and stuff. That was
yeah.
last year's. So
I might probably Braun because
Braun.
because he's I am high up on him right now.
yeah,
I like what he's doing. Roman Reigns, I don't care what nobody say, man. He's it is what it is.
big dog.
He put on good matches, man. And also, yeah, definitely this guy, man.
Oh yeah, Bobby Roode.
Yeah. I think I had to download.
I don't like him that much as a wrestler, like in the ring, because he's like, I mean, I don't know. He's very basic, but I mean, I like his entrance.
Yeah, he kind of remind me of like, there's like a different version of Sprinkle Down from Ric Flair to Triple H to this guy. You know, what I'm
sorry,
saying?
I don't mean to be dissing people from Bobby Roode. It's just how I feel. I mean, I still like him.
Yeah.
This is our show, damn it.
That's
and
my
your opinions are that of your own.
It's the same thing as being said in TNA.
I want to throw something out because I thought about this.
Yeah.
People who started watching the original TNA and stuff. What if, because you can do different attires, you can make stuff, you can scan stuff in the game. What if you do Bobby Roode, Eric Young, Team Canada?
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You can do that.
Yeah, Team Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I do. I'm a stickler for the details and stuff like that. So I do like the fact that they have the crowd chanting along with Bobby Roode's entrance.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice little detail. I'm glad they decided to do that. So
it's like, hey man, if you want, they made this joke when they were announcing like the superstars when Fandango was talking to Corey Graves and stuff like that. He goes, "What would you do in the game?" He goes, well, I think I would put a mask on Sami Zayn."
He would be known as the generic.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I'm done.
are you?
Maybe.
I mean, we can keep going if you want.
Nah, I'm good.
Who's going to be your champion right off the bat? Because I know
For what?
Who's going to be Universal?
I want Braun.
Yeah. Where they got it wrong for No Mercy.
I want Braun.
Who's going to be your WWE champion? AJ?
Get ready to fly.
How about let's see. Who will be your two women?
Two women.
Yeah.
NXT and for
Raw
SmackDown.
and SmackDown.
Raw, Mickey James. SmackDown.
Are you going to make any trades?
I hope they add that into universe mode.
Yeah.
Trading after WrestleMania. But yeah, I would probably do that if they don't.
I'm down.
Yeah. That was nice.
SmackDown, I can't think. I'm blanking right now.
One of the small details, and I'm sorry to cut you off, and this is completely unrelated. We're watching the Miz's entrance. I really wish they would have gotten the ground panels correct.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
because that's a big one for me. Because that's
Oh, they didn't do that. I didn't notice it. It's not like the current stuff.
no, it's just flashing right now, and that's one of my favorite things about the Miz's entrance right now.
I mean, if they're
I know
getting
you
so
can't
much,
get it all right, but
That'll be next year.
yeah, that probably will be where you can customize that.
Okay, I guess I'll say all the titles where I'm going to place them off the bat.
All
I
right.
guess so. SmackDown, I guess Naomi.
John Dynamite, Joanna Dynamite. I'm
Joanna.
sorry. Yeah,
So okay, Intercontinental title.
John Dynamite.
Probably. I'll leave it on Miz.
Yeah.
U.S. title. Probably give that to Bobby Roode because I'm gonna put Bobby Roode in SmackDown automatically, even though he's gonna be in NXT. I'm putting him in SmackDown. NXT champion because I know off the bat Bobby Roode's going to be in NXT. He's going to have the title, so I'm gonna have a feud with him and get it off him. But Cassius, my boy Cassius, is going to be the champion. I'm also going to bring a mid-card title into NXT.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I like the way you think. I'm liking the customization details. Did you see like all the hair patterns and stuff? I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to spend a lot of time with my character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that worries me because I feel like I'm going to like trail
it
it.
off.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't like.
I'm not going to play the game. I'm just going to be like, okay, let's
When
get
you
his
can do
entrance right. Let's get his look right. And
You could do small arenas like last year and stuff too.
Twice
but
now,
also they did one that looks exactly like almost like Hammerstein Ballroom.
yeah.
Like whoa. I was like, that's
You
awesome.
start from the bottom, man.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I'm gonna do Hammerstein Ballroom.
Evolve.
Yeah.
Evolve shows. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have the little pattern on there somehow.
I'll do STW.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do that. So yeah. Needless to say,
Oh man, I'm gonna spend tons of time.
I think we're looking forward to 2K18. This year more than last year
Well,
because
you know
last year
me.
I had like
I
no
know
interest
you were like,
in it.
nah, but you know me. Every year I have to get it. I can't, you know, skip a year.
See, and the reason I skipped last year is because they started making all the changes in the ring, like the larger ring posts, they changed the stages, all that, but they kept the old stuff in 2K17. So I was like, no, I'll wait.
Yeah.
Get it next year, so that way I've got all the new stuff, all the new talent.
Dude, like, yeah, all the new belts are going to look so good in the game.
Yeah, they are.
Can you customize your own belt?
Huh?
Kind of customize your own belt, or just?
I guess so. But I mean, like,
I haven't
the newer
even seen
belts.
if you can.
Like, I don't
Create a
know.
belt?
Yeah, last year you could, right?
I don't know.
No?
You tell me. You're the one who has the game.
Dude, I put that down like months ago. But I don't know, man. That purple cruiserweight belt looks pretty good.
In green.
In green.
Yeah.
I don't know who is going to be the champion for cruiserweight. I know they're going
Put
to
it back on Neville. Come on.
Neville.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I'm going to put on Jack Gallagher
There you go.
or TJP.
Get out.
I just dabbed Daniel. He hates that shit. He hates dabbing.
here.
I didn't even do it correctly. Have you ever dabbed so hard that you hit your face and your arm and it broke your nose?
You're about to dab so hard, my fist is going to hit your face.
Daniel hates dabbing. So do you hate TJP then?
When he does that, yeah.
Yeah. Even when he's a heel. That's why he does it, because people are like, oh, this motherfucker here is dabbing. Oh, he's a heel.
Ryan, what's your take on the dab?
It doesn't bother me.
It bothers the hell out of him.
I'll joke with people like this little kid at work who does it, and it's funny because he's like a freshman in high school, and when he does it, it's just kind of just funny because he just looks stupid when he does it. So I'm like, go ahead, man, but that's the kids thing. I mean, we used to do the Roger Rabbit and kid and play and all that. People say that was dumb. It's just,
The Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
What's the Roger Rabbit?
I forgot to, but I know
it's almost kind of, I think it's like the Running Man, but you're doing something else with your legs. Maybe kind of like that. Whatever you do, that little something.
Weird.
Like,
I thought it would be more something like going, please,
Eddie.
don't worry. So, yeah, I saw my nephew do the dab once, and I was so disappointed.
Carter?
Yeah.
No.
So disappointed.
You know you got to take a picture with him now.
He had the flat bill hat, and he did the dab, and then he was like, yeah, I've got a fidget spinner. I'm like, what is happening? He didn't even want the fidget spinner. His aunt bought it for him. I was like,
fidgeting and dabbing at the same time.
get out of my house. There's a reason why I don't let you win in Mario Kart.
He doesn't take it easy on his nephew.
I don't take it easy on anybody in Mario Kart, not even my wife.
Oh, shit.
She stopped asking to play because I don't let her
Oh,
win.
you hurt her feelings.
Suck.
Well, because now if I would let her win, then she'd be like, you let me win. And then it would spoil the win.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Like,
It's not my fault. I've played the game since I was like 7.
I want to talk a little bit about that because that's the same thing with wrestling games because sometimes my wife's nephew comes over and he plays and sometimes like she's kind of like a sore loser on things and he'll just lose and I'm like, okay, well, you could be this big guy, I'll be this small guy and I still kick his ass because I'm good at the game. And who's
I'll
like,
be Enzo, you be Big Show.
yeah. Because one time, like years ago, it was Big Show and I was Mysterio and all that stuff. And he's like, that's not fair. How are you winning? And I was like, well, it doesn't matter if you're big or small. You just have to play the game. He goes, well,
That's a life lesson right there.
Yeah, you're supposed to let me win. Until she don't do it now, but when she first starts, she's like, well, just let him win. I was like, bullshit.
This is my game.
It's my game.
My rules.
I'm not being cheap.
Oh, yeah.
I'm playing the game. He needs to step up. Seriously.
So all the little kids, online, you play, they curse you out or get mad, I'll take it on anybody. I don't care who it is,
Yeah.
No kid is safe around me.
Now, with Cassius Ohno, I'm going to be knocking people out. Simple as that.
You KO with your elbow?
And I can cuss with my kicks, straight up.
The best one that I ever experienced, I was playing like Halo or something like that, and I was playing with a group of guys, and you go back into the lobby and everyone starts talking trash.
Yeah.
Turns out like there's this little kid in there. It's like, oh, y'all fucking cheated. Y'all are a bunch of cheaters. And so I do this. I'm like, hey, you hear this? This is the sound of me being able to go wherever I want. Go ask your mom to take you to the store. It was pretty funny. He was like, shut up.
Ain't nothing like,
Shut up.
nothing like going off on a kid online.
Yeah.
They be some little mean bastards, man. They just talk this much trash as you do. They just don't make sense, some of them. Like, all right, if you're going to curse me out, let me show you how you do.
If you're going to curse, man, do it properly.
Yeah.
Damn it. So, yeah, lots of video games to be had. We're going to be playing the heck out of it.
Yeah, experience us like at the beginning when we discover stuff. So
watch us suck royally at the game.
Yep.
But maybe we'll try and have fun about it.
We will hone our craft.
Yeah. And maybe we can do like we did in the previous podcast plays where we'll take recommendations for people and, let's do some fantasy booking and all that.
Tell which, say which, I can't talk. You know how you sent me a text message earlier about we predicted something?
Yes. If you can actually go back to YouTube on this one, on our YouTube channel, WNS Video, go back and look at one of our podcast plays.
Was it 4 years ago?
Yeah, it was. No, 3 years ago, because it was 2014. It was Doug versus Tyler, and the tag teams were Ambrose and Rollins versus Cesaro and Sheamus.
Nice.
Yeah. We predicted it.
Yeah, how did that happen?
Yeah, what's going on, WWE? Send us that check.
Yeah.
Still waiting. Still waiting for that check. Damn it. They're never going to pay me. They're just going to take all of our ideas and not pay us, and then be like, oh, it's our own idea.
Yep.
Someone out there is listening, and I know they're laughing right now, too.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, so lots of video games and fun stuff. Twitch, WNS Podcast, check it out. Let's go into feedback, a little 25 minutes into the show. First and only bit of feedback that we have this week is from Clark saying, I didn't like Enzo as the Cruiserweight champ, especially winning against Neville by a low blow. It was a good thing Braun and the entire Cruiserweight division beat up Enzo, but at the same time, it really makes 205 Live look as a joke. I hope they would have had the storyline where they will ultimately destroy Enzo and have more decent matches similar to what they had in the Cruiserweight Classic.
I mean, what are they thinking? It's like, are they trying to because so many people are shitting on the Cruiserweights, so let's add Enzo because of how he talks and stuff and a little bit of star power. I hate to say it that way.
It is a little bit of star power,
doing?
yeah.
Because look at Raw, what he said in that promo.
It was true.
You never sniffed this hour because of that.
Yeah, that was genius.
I did like that. I did like that.
I had to think hold on, this literally is the last hour, and this is
the main event,
last
final segment
segment
of Raw.
I didn't see none of them guys. Yeah,
But at the same time, I mean, I don't know. I don't like it. But I don't know. They didn't do so well with all the Cruiserweight stuff. I mean, when Neville first came along, it was hot.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And then it kind of fizzled out a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love Neville. Then they put it on Akira Tozawa. Then the next day, he lost it.
Yep.
And then they go back to that again. And now they brought Enzo up to win it. Like, what? Like, you could give one dude the title for, a day, 2 days?
Mm-hmm.
And drop it?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It is, but at the same time, it's like, I think if you pissed off about it, then I think they did their job. I guess the whole, it's like.
I mean, I don't know. Do they know what they're doing with the Cruiserweights? Because I do not want them to go away, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want people to lose their job. I want them to continue to make entertaining stuff.
Yeah.
It's just that, I don't know. They did good when TJP had the title, when they first came along. And when he was versing the Brian Kendrick, that was still cool. Mm-hmm. Then what was the next thing? Who came along after that?
Swan.
That was Rich
Rich
Swan. That was
the next
cool.
champion, yeah.
And who was after that?
Back to Neville.
Was it Neville or did TJP win it again?
Who won at the Rumble? I mean,
thought
Neville won it at the Rumble, but I think he went up against Rich Swan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Neville held it for 9 months.
Then they ran through everyone. Because I wanted Jack Gallagher to get the title eventually.
Yeah.
And Alexander, Cedric Alexander, I wanted him to get it too. And there's so many people I want them to. And I don't know, man. I just hope they do good by them because eventually, if they don't, I know people may want those checks, but I don't know if some of those Cruiserweight people are going to ask for hey,
I want that check.
I want to be released.
Yeah.
Hey, I want that check. I'm a Cruiserweight.
Yeah.
I'm under 200.
I'll get under 205 if it means getting that check.
I'm 185.
You are a Cruiserweight.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I'm a heavyweight.
But you know what?
Super heavyweight.
Drew Gulak is going to make the Cruiserweight division great again.
With his PowerPoint presentation.
Yes.
He's on slide 7 right now of 277, so we have a ways to go.
So then also, while we're on the subject too, what do you think about Enzo turning heel and then Neville turning face-ish?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Neville is such a star. He's such a talented wrestler, and people love seeing the Red Arrow. And if you noticed in the past few weeks, months, however long, he's refused to do the Red Arrow. He's even gone up to the top and be like, no, I'm not doing it for you guys. So this one was sort of a double turn.
Yeah.
Enzo's coming across as the brash, arrogant, cocky, I'm the star, I make the money, I get the checks, you guys get nothing. As much truth as he was dropping, now that he's going to be going heel, I don't know how much of his merch sales are going to carry over because most heels don't sell too many shirts, with the exception of like NWO or something.
I don't know. I don't know. Like with all that other stuff, like
the thing that I don't get is Braun. I feel like that's just WWE going out to punish him. It's like, okay, are you trying to build him as a sympathetic, or because this is the thing, you've got your entire cruiserweight roster standing there. You've got heels standing next to faces.
Yeah.
And they're all in agreement of, we just need to beat the shit out of this dude.
Yeah.
And they go and do it. Is that not a gang mentality? Is that not like hazing of some sort? Are they like, is he being put through like you got to pay your dues to be in the cruiserweight division? What's the end game for that?
Because in the characters wise, I mean, he pissed off some people by saying certain things, but he didn't really piss off a lot of people. So why did all the cruiserweights come along? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true or not, if he really does have heat backstage, but he's going through the ringer right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a champion, though.
I mean, they put the belt on him. He's actually taller than Neville. Did you see him stay? I'm like, whoa.
Oh, he's pretty big. I mean, he's bigger than most of the cruiserweights there. He's just
and that just makes me think that just Neville is just the tiniest person.
Yeah.
Because he's short, but, I mean, he's built.
When he first came back, he was really solid, but you could tell, like, after being in the ring so much, he lost some of that, slimmed down a little bit. He still got his size, but he was really bulky when he first came back. Now you kind of
Neville is 5'8".
Wow.
It's 10.
Going back to if they don't do stuff with certain people, I think they're going to leave. Like, I could see some of those young guys staying around, but Brian Kendrick, I don't see him sticking around if they don't do too much.
He's doing the mentor kind of thing.
Yeah,
like
but for how long? You know
he's
what I
that
mean?
back. Well, as long as they'll let him.
Well, he's getting up there in that match. So I can see him, like, if he's tired of doing like the indie scene, he'll be like a producer backstage, maybe for 205 Live, or
who knows,
fall like the Jamie Noble role and doing some behind the stuff, agent or whatever.
He's training Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Oh, is he really?
Supposedly, that's the word, that she's getting like ring ready in case they want to do anything.
In case,
and he's been training her.
Is she keeping her options open? She needs to be like a WWE superstar for at least a year. That'd be cool. Get her on the roster. That'd be so much star power.
Right. Yeah. She didn't get like the Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel role, right?
No.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we got a UFC, ex-UFC star.
Enzo is listed at 5'11". I'm not buying that. I don't know if I buy that one. Maybe 5'9". Well, I don't know.
I mean, he was always standing up Big Cass, so it's like anybody next to him could look small.
Yeah, but they have Big Cass listed as 7 feet, but he's really like 6'10". So
he's not really. I mean, he's a legit 7 footer. I mean, 2 inches. He's still on his tippy toes. He's 7 foot.
Yeah, when you look at Big Show, you're like, that man is 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And then like I've taken a picture with Big Cass, and I'm like, he's not 7 foot tall.
Okay,
even if it's just 2 inches, it makes that little bit of difference.
Probably like 7'9", maybe. I mean,
7'9". Holy damn!
Like 6'9".
Get that man a basketball jersey.
Like Braun, like I think he's him at 6'9", right? And he's like 385.
Let's see.
It's kind of huge for him.
He's listed at 6'8".
6'8", okay. At 385.
Yeah, I think that's what they said the last time.
I like when Braun talks, not like when he does promos, but if you see him in other videos,
when he's actually just talking normally.
He's like a big country dude.
Oh yeah. Big Tennessee boy, man.
Go back and listen to his interview with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, really? I've not heard that.
It's really cool because he talks about like his time in the Strongest Man competition and all that, and he is like a really intelligent guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of ironic that they went with
good friends
someone
with the Mountain.
Yeah. Well, because they all, perform in those contests together. So, yeah, go back and listen to that one because it's pretty cool. Did you guys get to catch No Mercy?
I caught a few matches, probably about like 4 or 5.
Yeah. Ryan, you just got to see it?
Yeah.
First half of the pay-per-view, far better. Well, leading up to the final 2 matches, the pay-per-view was really solid.
Yeah.
The final 2 matches were not that good. So let's talk about that. The kickoff match, it's passable. Elias defeats Apollo Crews. They went on to have another match on Raw where Elias got the win again.
I'm Elias.
Hello, Elias. How are you today?
Would you want to walk with Elias? What was it? It used to be the Drifter.
The wording for that is so strange. He's like, hello, I'm Elias. Who wants to walk with Elias?
Because he used to say, I'm Elias, and like, who wants to walk with the Drifter? He should have kept it that way.
Yeah.
The Drifter.
And he even had a last name, too.
Yes,
Samson. Who wants to walk with Samson?
Knight.
Samson Knight.
I
I know the last name.
I was way off. Okay, so opening contest, we got to see Miz going up against Jason Jordan. The match ends after the Miztourage got involved, but Miz ends up picking up the win. I thought the matchup was a fine opener. Jordan got to shine. Miz doing his job as well. I thought the matchup was fine. We kind of knew where it was going. You guys have anything?
I like Jason Jordan, man. He just like he, even though he's got that still kind of not still personality, but he's still trying to find his way. But his in-ring work is good, and his promos he's got to work on them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, you know,
especially after the matchup.
Yeah. But I mean, everything about him I like. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the whole Kurt Angle. I mean, I wasn't expecting to last that long. I mean, okay, that's his dad. All right. How much more do you want out of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, are you trying to? I mean, you can't stretch that as far as, you know. All right, this is son. All right.
They're trying.
Yeah. But I mean, I think pretty soon this is gonna be just like it's not gonna be a thing about, oh, this is Kurt Angle's son, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If they can get away from that, you know, and kind of start building.
I think they almost have to do a storyline where it's revealed that he's not his actual son, just so he can like break away from it, because otherwise that's gonna haunt his entire career.
Yeah.
And people are gonna be like, no, he's really not.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No. No, he's not. He's hugged his parents on TV before.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah,
That's his adopted parent.
Yeah.
I mean, in the ring, he is skilled 100%. Like he's going to be a big star. But yeah, he's got to work on those mic skills, because that promo that he cut at the end where he's like, you know, they come out and they say my dad, Kurt Angle, you know, whenever his music hits, they say you suck, but he doesn't suck. You know who really sucks? The Miz. You suck.
Yeah, I think it turns to people like, you know, y'all suck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's kind of what I was thinking too. Like, you know who really sucks? These people out here cheering for the Miz.
I think he'd be a good heel.
Because he got a huge. The Miz, that is, got a huge reaction.
Yeah.
So I figured that's probably where they would have gone.
Right, yeah.
But they did not. But yeah, that promo was so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if maybe he forgot his lines or
Probably
something.
Mostly, yeah.
But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on that one, because that was rough.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
The match was fine. After that, we got to see Finn Balor going up against Bray Wyatt. Man versus man, but we forgot one thing. Bray Wyatt's actually a god. So before the match happens, Bray Wyatt attacks, injures Finn's ribs. Then he calls Finn a coward. Finn's like,
That didn't last that long. He ran to the ring.
Well,
I don't hurt anymore.
He was selling for the majority of the match. He kept going back to the ribs, which I did appreciate, because all the big moves that he did, he was like, okay, that one kind of hurt. The match was okay. Finn Balor gets the win. Anything else?
I hope that ends this feud.
It won't, because we learned that on Raw.
Yeah.
That after Finn Balor's match with Goldust, because Goldust attacked him saying, hey, I'm still a heel, by the way. Finn Balor got the win, and we got to hear the whole world in his hands saying, basically, this is not over.
We're going to see the demon again.
In his hands. So, yeah. After that, we got to see match of the night, by far. The things you'll do for the entertainment of others. Yeah. Rollins and Ambrose going up against Cesaro and Sheamus. And a lot of people thought that Cesaro lost his teeth, or that he cracked his teeth.
Eating while that happened.
I had just gotten done eating, and we watched that, and it was rough. It turns out that Cesaro, they did the little flip. I don't know. I don't think it's not a monkey flip, but I forget.
Is it not a monkey flip?
It might be. Whatever it's called.
Slingshot.
Yeah. So they did the slingshot, and they do the spot where he's supposed to hit the steel post past the turnbuckle.
No.
Yeah, he hit it all right, and his front two teeth actually went up 4 millimeters into his gums, causing a lot of blood. Yeah. It was so nasty looking. And
his face, like when he turned around, he's like, oh.
He knew.
He's like, what the hell?
Like when it happened the first time, I knew like, okay, something just happened.
That must be excruciating pain. But he went through it. I mean, he played his character, you know.
Yeah.
But
You got to give him credit because, dude, he toughed it out and still continued the match. Took a super kick or the bro kick from Sheamus.
Like,
I was watching it with Doug, and we were both sitting there going, man, if I was in the ring, I would not feel right hitting him. Hitting him in the face. Like, you go strictly body shots after that. Like, I'm not punching you in the head. I'm not responsible for that. But yeah, he toughed it out, continued the match, finished the match, gave a nice little to the camera so you could see it. Yeah.
Oh man, that hurt. Oh
And,
god.
I like the picture of Monday Night Raw, like they show, like with the milk carton with his teeth all out.
Have you seen this guy?
Yeah. Have you seen his teeth? Supposedly he received a standing ovation backstage. Like as soon as he walked through the curtain, everyone was there applauding him for toughing it out. He had to receive 3 stitches on his bottom lip, and
They yanked his teeth down. No.
yeah, from my understanding, they're pulling his front 2 teeth and replacing them. So emergency surgery had to be needed. The match itself was great.
Good news, he won't get cavities in those things.
That's true. That is true. So yeah, the good news is that he's going to be okay. Bad news is he didn't win the match. So what can you do?
I mean, if you look at it, they knocked out Jeff Hardy's tooth, I guess, tooth for a tooth.
Yeah.
All I want
Jeff
for
Hardy's
Christmas,
lost a tooth.
But you got yours shoved up.
Yeah.
All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth.
Pulled out.
Yeah. Get those out of there. It hurts so bad. Like, what do you even do?
Like, how do you think?
Like, okay, imagine like you're in the locker room, the doctor's taking a look, and it's like, do we pull it now or do we just leave it there? I like
pull it. They gotta feel funny. Like, pull it, do something.
Sit right there for an hour.
yeah. Like, oh, there was just so much blood.
Did that happen? I was like, oh, poor Cesaro. Oh man.
Things he
Like
does.
he's a vampire.
Oh,
He bit
man.
somebody's neck the way his was bleeding. Like it is.
Oh jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh jeez, Cesaro.
There's really a lot of blood around here, and I don't know how I can handle this.
God.
So,
Big up on him.
yeah. Major props to Cesaro for toughing it out, and
That deserves a bigger check.
yeah.
After watching, I was like, damn, I really hope they win the titles now because they turned out that performance, man.
Definitely.
Because didn't Seth Rollins super kicked him too?
I think
Right?
so. Yeah, like right
I
after.
believe so.
Right in the face area. I'm like, oh, don't do that. The man just got his teeth kicked up into his. I mean, not kicked up, but he just got into his gums.
Yeah.
Still real to me, damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very real. Damn it.
Yeah.
It's funny because like after that, there was a bunch of posts about who all's lost teeth, whether it being in the match. So like Jeff Hardy came up, Natalya losing her 2 front teeth not too long ago. The Miz lost a tooth. Nikki Bella's lost a tooth, and of course Mick Foley is known for having the tooth in his nose. So yeah, kind of crazy that whole wrestling world. Next up, we got to see the Fatal 5-Way match: Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Emma, Sasha Banks, and Nia Jax. I thought this was a really solid
They
matchup.
really
I really want
focused-
Nia to win this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really focused on all teaming up on her. Like every time she got in the ring.
She was the obvious threat.
Yeah,
she came
but like
back-
I know they would do it a few times, but they did that almost every single time she got in the ring.
Yeah. When she came back like that first time after like the spear and the double kick to the outside and like the power bomb, like when she
Oh,
came
that
back,
power bomb
I
did
was
not
like,
look
oh,
good.
no,
How
like,
she landed.
She folded. And when she got back in, she's like, oh, she's pissed. Like, here it is. She's about to like this wreck shop and pin, but
Well, it's funny because like we were watching it and they showed the replay and I was like, okay, so it looked really bad, but I saw that like she had leaned down quite a bit before she let go, but it was the fact that like she landed on the back of her head.
yeah.
I was like, man, that did turn out to be pretty nasty. So, but yeah, I mean, props to her for taking
I
those
think
bumps.
eventually she's gonna get the title.
Sure. It's just a matter of when. And, it kept her looking strong because it took 4 other women to take her out of the equation. And Alexa Bliss got lucky with the finish.
Yeah.
And it's looking like we're probably going to see Mickie James versus Alexa Bliss at TLC.
That's in December, right?
I don't want you to break a hip.
No, they're actually they're bumping it up, which I found to be really weird.
So 2 in October then, right? 2 pay-per-views?
Yeah, there's
Hell
in a Cell and then TLC. And then there's Survivor Series, and then I think there's one in December that hasn't been announced yet.
Isn't it bringing back something, aren't there?
Well, they're doing Starrcade, but that's immediately after. That's the weekend after Survivor Series, but that's not going to be televised.
Huh?
It's not going to be televised. It's going to be like a special one-off kind of thing.
Starrcade.
Brock Lesnar and Tokyo.
Yeah,
Okay.
but from my understanding, it's not even going to be on the network.
What?
Like they're just going to have it, which is weird.
Yeah, like they go, huh? That makes sense. We need to watch this WWE.
Well, supposedly they offered Cody Rhodes a chance to team up with Goldust. So if that's the case, there might be some.
We gotta
legal
find
Cody and Dustin, right?
Yeah.
We got to find the corporate stooge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You saw that.
Yeah.
Did you happen to see the Being the Elite recent episode?
Mm-mm.
The Bullet Club invaded Raw.
Okay, I seen that, but I didn't know what was going on about it.
Basically, they all got into a stretch Hummer and pulled up to the venue because they were doing an autograph signing at a Hot Topic that was like 2 miles away. And so they're like, hey, let's go to Raw and mess with the people. And so they showed up and were doing all their videos and stuff. And they basically had a megaphone similar to when DX invaded WCW.
Yeah.
And so they were sitting outside the venue with their megaphones pointed at the arena, and they're like, we need to see Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. We're coming to rescue you. We need our friends.
Yeah.
And Finn Balor, too. Send him out here. And while you're at it, bring out Cody's last name because he needs that, too.
Oh, wow.
They're like, we're here to rescue it.
Oh, so he can't use his last names in?
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
He's just the American.
He's just known as Cody.
He's just Cody.
The American Nightmare?
Yeah, the American Nightmare Cody. So,
Go to Reynolds.
yeah, I mean,
But
you
people
could.
have been slipping because there's an ROH and sometimes in TNA they'll slip and say Rhodes. They're not supposed to.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
But yeah.
And there was also a cease and desist on the Young Bucks for using
heard
the
about
crotch
that. Yeah.
chop and all
Well,
that.
here's the thing. They've been doing it at the end of their video. They're always on the ground saying, break it down. And they're doing like the suck it thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to stop that in the video, I guess.
I don't know. They used it at the end of.
There's
of
a
this one.
cease and
How is
desist
the
on
Bullet
that.
Club using the too sweet then? 'Cause, like, that's like.
Yeah.
Well, they got permission from Nash and Hall and a few others. You know, it was like.
So I
okay,
wonder
we'll
if
give you our
Triple H
blessing.
like, nah. It's like, you're not going to have that.
Probably.
Then also they,
You can have too sweet, but you can't have suck it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's messed up.
So Alexa Bliss ended up retaining her championship. We got to see Roman Reigns going up against John Cena, and I thought this matchup slow to begin, but it picked up, and I thought it was a very good matchup from Reigns and John Cena.
I did get to see the ending. They shake hands.
They did. They did the whole. You know, Cena lifts the arm of Roman Reigns and basically says, "This is the guy." Roman left, and then they did sort of like a moment where Cena was kind of like soaking in the moment. You know, he bowed to the crowd, started walking out, walked back, did his little pose, tapped the screen, like before he walks through the curtain.
The hell's that supposed to mean?
Yeah,
Basically, and he kind of talked about it on the Raw Talk after the pay-per-view, where it was basically saying a weight has been lifted off my shoulders because the company is going to be in good hands. You know, it's coming off of my shoulders and being placed on Roman Reigns. Like he's going to be the guy to carry the company.
Helped him, but do you still even see him as the new Cena?
It's kind of like it's where they're going.
Surely.
It's where they're going to go regardless. But it was sort of Cena's way of saying, you know, I'm 40. I can't be doing this at the rate that I've been doing it. So I'm not going to be full time anymore. Is basically saying, you know, when I'm needed, I'll be there. But for now, I'm gonna take a break, go film a couple movies.
I hope that he
I'll
gets
be
to
back.
a point where he's like The Rock. You know what I mean?
I think
he's damn near there now, man.
I think that this feud helped do that. Because he got such a positive reaction from the crowd in recent weeks that I think it has reached that level. And the fact that the crowd was chanting "Thank you, Cena" after the match, I think that's him being elevated into that legend status, where, you know, similar to not to the level of The Rock or Stone Cold, but still up there. So that whenever he returns, he's gonna get that pop. And it's going to be similar to Kurt Angle. While yes, the fans are chanting "You suck" or "John Cena sucks," it's more of a it's a
homage, probably.
Like when Cena comes back, the next dude I want him to have a feud with is Samoa Joe.
Yeah, and we might see that. Yeah, I hope we do. But I think this was John Cena's farewell as a full-time guy. You know, handing the keys off to someone else. This is going to be your new guy. I'll still be around saying hello. But as far as the full-time working all the shows, I'm done. So
on Edge and Christian's show, he was kind of like asked him, you know, why now? Why this is not like a WrestleMania match? You know what I'm saying? Like why? It's like well, it's kind of like the best time for this to happen. You know, kind of way. You know, but I can understand this is kind of a big match. You know, but.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, why not right now? You know what I'm saying? Why wait? You know what I'm saying? Because who knows from right now to WrestleMania if these guys could be healthy. You know what I mean? Get everything going now. I mean,
yeah. Give the people what they want.
Yeah.
And some of the people who don't want it.
Yeah.
Who didn't know they wanted it.
And they're kind of doing that right now. Like they're kind of getting like matches like, all right, you know, you want to see it, here it is, and then hopefully around Mania or at least Royal Rumble comes again, you know.
Yeah.
Something new and be like, oh wow. That's what they've been waiting for. Because I heard they got like so many different plans, which they always do, you know, rumors and stuff. But
I'm just kind of disappointed that they're going to be sticking with the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar angle. Like,
yeah,
they put on a good match, but I still feel like Braun and Reigns would have been the ticket. I just don't know, but you know, it is what it is, and I'm kind of on the fence about like being truly invested in the pay-per-views now just because I know where the end game is going to be. Yeah. So like I'm curious as to how the Monday night after WrestleMania is going to be.
Yeah.
But as far as like everything leading else to it, like I'm not going to be too excited about any match that features Brock Lesnar between now and the Monday after WrestleMania.
I definitely thought he was dropping it, man.
Yeah. Like I mean, we'll skip over the Cruiserweight Championship because we're kind of where we're going. I feel like this match between Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman was a letdown.
Yeah.
I was extremely disappointed. I was ecstatic whenever they announced
it. To see it.
When they announced the match, I was so thrilled because of the destruction that they had at SummerSlam. The chemistry that they had in the weeks leading up to it was so good that I guess I got overhyped for this match, and they just underdelivered. It became just a standard wrestling match. You know, Braun hit him with a few of his moves. Brock Lesnar hits one F5, and that's it. On a night where Roman Reigns took 4 attitude adjustments and still won, all it takes for Braun Strowman is one F5?
Yep.
That's I don't agree with it. I wish that this match would have been better. And I was just me personally, I was disappointed in the outcome because I wanted Braun Strowman to win. I thought that this was a chance for them to make a new star in Braun Strowman. He's been built like such a monster. Like I know they call him the monster among men, but he has been so dominant in months. For months, he has been built up as this huge monster who cannot be stopped. He does kip-ups. He does the running power slam to any and everybody. He does superplexes. I mean, and then you just, in my eyes, it really deflated it because, one, the match was bad, and two, Brock Lesnar was getting his ass kicked for a majority of the match. And then all of a sudden, he starts delivering the suplexes, which was pretty much his only offense. And then he delivers one F5, and that's it. I was extremely let down. I was extremely disappointed by this match. And I really wish that they would have either gone longer, been a little more violent, would have been allowed to use the stairs, the tables at ringside, and all that. Just be destructive. You're two destructive beasts. And you have a traditional 8-minute main event match. Yeah, it's just what were they thinking? And I don't know. It was a letdown. I didn't enjoy it. But the biggest letdown was the Enzo and Neville match. Enzo becomes the new Cruiserweight champion, delivers the low blow when the ref isn't watching.
It's just nuts. It's just, yeah. Enzo wins, but they couldn't give the title to Austin Aries.
Nope.
Of all people.
He's gone now.
I kind of hated that.
Yeah, me too.
It's weird. Ryan, what do you think about Lesnar and Strowman?
Man, after their SummerSlam kind of meeting up, I was like, oh man, and then like leading up like this.
The build was great.
Yeah, I thought Brock Lesnar wasn't going to dominate the whole match.
Yeah.
So I understood that. Saying like he wasn't going to do, but it just seemed like it was. They tried to put on a good show. They tried to tell a story, but at the end, it just like
it was lackluster.
Yeah. I mean, even if it wasn't a good match, if they would have put it on Braun, I'm like, okay, like, cool, they still put it on him. You know what I'm saying?
Like, ideally, I would have wanted, just because, like, I know that they gave Strowman the shine by letting him get the one-up on Lesnar every single time.
Yeah.
And normally, history has shown that whenever someone gets the one-up right before the pay-per-view, doesn't go their way.
Yeah.
So history repeats itself once again. But I would have liked to have seen Lesnar get the Goldberg treatment, where Braun just comes out, demolishes Brock Lesnar, and the same image that we had a couple of weeks ago, where Strowman picks up the title, puts his foot on Lesnar's chest. Like, can you imagine if they would have saved that for the pay-per-view and had Braun Strowman win? Holy shit, would that have been an image? Man,
that
he's like, I'm the new beast now.
Passing the torch. Yeah, that was a real passing the torch if they would have did that right there, man. Well, I guess they tried to. I don't know if it was Cena and Roman was like the focus point of the pay-per-view, kind of.
Yeah.
That was passing the torch, but.
And so they'll have, and see, and this is why I say that that I'm kind of like checked out as far as main event pay-per-views. They're talking about Brock Lesnar going up against Finn Balor.
I heard that, yeah.
At the next pay-per-view. Why should I care about that now? You're already booking Roman versus Lesnar. And we all know it's going that route.
Yeah. But I thought like Lesnar's supposed to go take time off.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can't put it on Finn. Like, they better not put it on Finn. Like, that make no sense at all.
No.
That'd be.
So
thank you, writers.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. As far as Raw go, I thought the pay-per-view, like I said, overall, it was a solid pay-per-view, except for the final two matches. That was such a letdown. Because the Enzo and Neville stuff, it wasn't that great of a match. And the ending, he cheats to win again and whatever.
But truthfully, I always seen Enzo as a heel. Like, I mean, yeah, he got his sayings and stuff, but he's really like a heel. I mean, he talks about people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying people who speak slang, but, most champions, who just bragging on themselves, I'm Skywalker, Black Talk, or whatever. Nobody talks like that, you know what I'm saying? Like they just the shit, like.
He's his own best fan, number one fan.
Yeah.
Now maybe
cup of haters.
Now we put a cup of haters. Whenever he was with Big Cass, you know what I'm saying? It probably didn't come off that way, but it always seemed like he was a heel. I thought it was a heel tag team when I first seen him on NXT for a while.
Yeah.
So, it was just weird.
Originally, it probably was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But they just caught on so well with the crowd, with the chants and all that. To this day, I will always imagine them as the cartoon Chihuahua standing in front of the bulldog.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's like, and like no one's going to do anything because he's got the bulldog. And it's like, okay, well, now you got rid of the bulldog. And
he's got a screaming Chihuahua.
I missed the bulldog.
So, as far as Raw, it was more of a storyline between Roman and Miz as they're teasing the Shield reunion. Possible to happen at TLC, and a lot of people are questioning this because it's like, okay, you take one of the most dominant trio in WWE history, and you're gonna reunite them for one night to go up against the Miz and Miztourage.
Yeah,
like not really the big contenders.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were throwing this to, remember whenever they teamed up John Cena and The Rock to go up against Miz and R-Truth, like what a letdown that was. And but you can't blame Miz and R-Truth, even though they were, because there are 4 people in that matchup. And if memory serves me, the rest of the card sucked. Yeah. So,
I mean, one day I hope they don't pull it too quick on them reuniting. Well,
like I said, if it's going to be TLC, we're like a month away from that, so they're going to have to do it. And a lot of people were questioning if they are going to be teasing it so hard, which they teased very hard. Where were Ambrose and Rollins whenever Roman was getting beat down at the end of their match. Like, if they would have shown just one little quick segment of like, okay, as soon as my match is done, we're going to go grab a beer or we're going to go get some food or something, that would have made sense as to why they didn't come down and make the save. Yeah. But other than that, it's just Roman getting his ass kicked, and for all we know, Rollins and Ambrose were like, well, that sucks to be him.
Yeah. So it's weird because you're thinking, like, obviously there's like the WWE having, like, backgrounds, like they're there. So the Shield is literally there. You got all three of them there, so they don't bump into each other or meeting catering.
They've had zero interaction backstage.
It's like,
oh, we're all on Raw. What a coincidence. We're all the good guys right now. Exactly. What a coincidence.
Yeah. Like, come on now.
And then here's the thing. You're going to try and build up a Shield reunion to go up against the Miz-Taraj. Then you have the Miz-Taraj lose to Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan. So 10 minutes after you're building up, we would run shop all over the Shield, you have your boys, Axel and Dallas, lose to Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan.
Yeah.
Ha.
Poor Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff is.
What happened to him?
He injured a rotator cuff or something like that.
Oh.
He might be missing WrestleMania.
Yeah. Come back like a month
That's
after.
hard to come back from a rotator cuff surgery.
Yeah. So he's going to be out for some time.
I hope that's not a career ender.
So that's kind of disappointing. Yeah. But yeah, Miz-Taraj loses to Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan. We got to see Kurt Hawkins come out and say the streak ends tonight. Send out my opponent. Braun Strowman comes out, completely destroys him, runs him through the screen.
Yeah, cause then he took off run like just run, just don't stay there. And he
Braun caught up to him, threw him through a table, then threw him through the LED screens.
Cut his arm.
They both got damage from that. Braun grabs the mic and says, all right, my new path of destruction starts now. I want someone to fight. And Dean Ambrose, of all people, shows up. The man crazy enough to do it. And they put on a match. And I was kind of disappointed because, like, going back to the Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman match, which was a letdown, Braun was looking like he was going to lose a couple of times during this match.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, has his steam finally run out and he's just becoming another one of the guys?
Yeah. Like
what's happening here? So
becoming Rusev?
Yeah. I mean, are they just going to treat him like that again? But yeah, so Braun Strowman does end up getting the victory over Dean Ambrose. After that, we got to see Alexa Bliss come out, talk about her victory, saying how she beat every woman on the WWE roster. And out comes Mickie James, who was not part of the Fatal 5-Way, said, you didn't beat me. And I thought they had great chemistry, great back and forth, and the super kick was very nice to see as well. I
completely forgot about Mickie James on Raw.
And that's the thing, like, they're not building her. Like, Dana Brooks on there as well, and, they're not even attempting to build her.
Yeah.
Where's Alicia Fox been?
Yeah.
So
Alicia Fox.
So it looks like Mickie James is going to be next up in line. And if the booking goes like I'm expecting it to, Mickie James is going to lose, and then we're going to see the debut of Asuka. And that's where the path of destruction... Asuka? That's where the path of destruction will begin for Asuka, the undefeated.
Because I want Nia Jax to be a champion so bad, and I'm pretty sure once Asuka gets there...
Maybe she'll be the one to break the undefeated streak.
Yeah.
You never know. You don't know what they have
I'm pretty sure they're going to give her the championship before they do Nia. I can definitely see that.
Yeah. And Asuka's the one takes it from her or something.
Yeah.
We'll see.
She'll win it at TLC and then lose it at Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm. So, so be on the lookout for Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James. We got to see Seth Rollins go up against Sheamus. Nothing really to talk about there. Seth Rollins gets the win. Although I did hear that they finally gave a name for his new finishing maneuver, and I believe it's called King's Landing, which is Game of Thrones reference for those of you who do not know, because he's the Kingslayer. Yeah. Kingslayer is also a reference to Game of Thrones.
Well, he should cut off his hand then.
Maybe he'll wear like a black glove just on that one hand.
Did you know that Sheamus is a big fan of Rick and Morty?
I did, because he had a Pickle Rick patch on his jacket.
Yep.
Ryan, do you watch Rick and Morty?
I do not. Not because I don't like it. Just I haven't have time to watch it because of every show
I think he
there
hung
is
out with Justin
out there.
Roiland a few times.
I
That's
literally
cool.
just finished Arrow last season, like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I think Gotham just started this past Monday or something like that. I'm not sure.
Bruce Wayne's going to be a superhero.
Yeah, he's pretty
Not
much,
Batman.
No, but he's pretty much, he's teenage Batman, but not really Batman.
Year one, Batman.
Yeah. Where are they?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Day one is H.
We got to see Goldust attack Finn Balor, reestablishing that he was a heel. Roman Reigns defeats Miz, and we already talked about Miztourage beating down Roman Reigns. Man, the segment with Bayley and Sasha Banks backstage was so painful to watch. It was so cringeworthy.
Yeah.
Hey, did you
Why?
get my text? Yeah, I got it. Look, you would have done the same to me. Yeah, and you did do the same to me.
did do it.
Well, look, let's not focus about that. Let's worry about our opponents tonight, which is Nia Jax and Emma. Yeah, let's make them remember that they were the ones who took you out. Yeah, now I'm gonna make her feel my pain.
Girl power.
What the fuck? It was so weird.
They need to go ahead and turn Sasha heel. Or Bailey. Either one. I'm just.
Yeah.
But watch out. She's not here to hug you. She's going to squeeze the shit out of you.
She's gonna hug you to death.
Bear hug.
So Sasha and Bayley go on to defeat Nia Jax and Emma, destroying any momentum Nia Jax may have had. Then we got to see the Enzo celebration. Neville comes out.
I liked it, but I didn't. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I like some of the things he said. I just don't know how to feel about the situation.
I couldn't believe I was like, hold on, did he just say that to the crowd? Like,
You can't touch me. Everyone's annoyed with him. Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
It's like, Enzo, you
can
are
hear the crowd,
annoying.
like when the crowd comes, like you hear, like, hold on, boo.
Yeah.
He just like, no.
Yeah.
You can't touch me.
How you doing? So
There's one cruiserweight that's on his side.
Arya Davar.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. On 205 Live, he went up and was like, dude, I'm sorry about what we did. I apologize. Let me be your buddy. Let me be your sidekick, and I'll watch out for you. I'll watch you back.
I like him too, man. I like Davari.
It's just so we can get close to that championship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, since I've been watching your back the past couple weeks, I might give me a little title shot. Yeah. A little opportunity my way.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. That leads us into SmackDown. We got to see Kevin Owens come out and deliver a promo. Sami Zayn comes out and is like, dude, you have lost your mind. And so guess what? We're going to have a match between these two. So Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, part 287. We got to see Baron Corbin go up against Ty Dillinger. AJ Styles was on commentary. The match ends via count out with Baron Corbin being the victor.
SmackDown is the house that AJ Styles built?
I heard that, but I
at the
didn't
crowd.
see anything about that on Zillow.
Also, he is the champ that runs the camp.
And the face that runs the place.
Yep.
They showed a picture like on Facebook, like the crowd this week. I don't know if that was a true crowd, but it's like halfway empty. They said that people haven't got there yet. One of the first pictures they
Well,
showed.
I'd been seeing that for last week.
Yeah.
Where a lot of it was tapered off.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What?
That sucks.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just the venue that they're going to, or it's
Yeah.
just, I don't know.
I thought SmackDown was like way better than Raw.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to contribute that to saying, oh, it's Jinder Mahal's fault. He's the champion. People aren't paying to see him. So, I feel like his
I can see that.
his title reign is coming to an end, I feel. We did get to hear from Jinder Mahal. He did the little thing. I found it weird that he kind of issued a semi-apology.
Yeah.
He was like, now, I may have said something that crossed the line, which, dude, you're heel. Like,
Don't apologize.
I know it was over the line, and he shouldn't have said it.
Yeah, but
don't come out and apologize for
because
it.
you're a heel.
Because you are a heel. You're
Don't
supposed
be
to
a
be
douche, man. Don't be,
Yeah.
don't
Let
be
me
that
speak
guy.
in my native tongue of Punjabi.
My bad. And yeah, he could have done that. So he did the little, hey, let's look at Nakamura's face and laugh. But the last one turned out to be Nakamura for real. And he said, I'm coming for that title. Came out and beat down the Singh brothers and Jinder Mahal.
That's what I'm ready for. I'm ready for my boy Nakamura
Hell in
to
a
get the
cell.
championship.
Yeah. After that, we got to see the Usos going up against the Hype Bros. New Day were at ringside watching the
They
matchup.
do any like
They did-
heelish things?
Who?
The Hype Bros.
Not that I can remember. I think it was just a standard match, and they ended up losing and walking to the back because the Usos grabbed the mic, cut a promo on the New Day, and then New Day said, "Well, we don't want to defend the titles at Hell in a Cell. We want to defend it in Hell in a Cell."
I like how they had the microphone in the popcorn. BA like he was like looking for it. It's like, oh, here it is.
So it looks like we're going to see the first ever tag team match for the titles in the Hell in a Cell.
Playa.
Holla holla. We got to see Rusev's Bulgarian celebration where he received the key to the city, and it was announced that
I feel
it was
like I just don't care about
Rusev
this Randy
Day.
Orton and Rusev stuff.
If it's got Randy Orton involved in it, I'm pretty much checked out on.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just kind of floating around, and I feel bad for Rusev because he's having to take these devastating RKOs where he's getting spiked on his head.
Yeah.
But
it's okay for Aiden English to take it, but I don't know about Rusev.
yeah, Aiden English is fine.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll sing a different tune.
Yeah.
Spotlight, please. Like, I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, me too.
I'm gonna deliver a Dolph Ziggler promo. Anybody can do that. So, but no one can do what I do in this building, like me. Whatever it is. Charlotte Flair defeats Carmella. Whatever. Who cares? The match was kind of lame. Ziggler did a Undertaker entrance, and the crowd didn't even hardly react for it. They were
funny, like, who was it? Byron or not Byron? Tom.
Can it really be?
Yeah, like, come on, dude. Look at the size.
Yeah. They're like, come on.
You know once the Taker's coming.
Come on,
Didn't
Saxton.
he have DZ at the top of his...
No, it was like a moon. Like, kind of.
It was the actual, like, Undertaker Titantron and all that. But, like, you could see the bun of his hair in the back and all that. And they're like, who is that? Oh, is it really the Undertaker? Then they were like, seriously, guys, come on. We all know it's Dolph Ziggler. He's been doing this for weeks. And then he was interrupted during his promo by...
How do you feel about Bobby Roode turning face?
I mean, he debuted as a face, essentially, so he's been a face his whole time on Smackdown. So it's going to be glorious. So they're going to have a match at Hell in a Cell. On a side note, because we were talking about Bobby Roode, and Bobby Roode is going up against Mike Kanellis, Maria Kanellis has announced she's pregnant. Oh, congratulations.
So what is Mike going to do?
I'm guessing he's going to continue wrestling.
Yep.
Job.
Continue jobbing.
We brought you in the job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to pay for that baby, don't you?
Hey, he's on TV or get some type of
Sometimes he is.
Yeah,
he's on Main Event.
Yeah.
So I'm not. Are you looking forward to the Bob Roode and Dolph Ziggler?
No, not really.
Yeah.
It'll be fine though. Final matchup: Kevin Owens going up against Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens defeats Sami Zayn, I believe, and then he. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was ref stoppage because Kevin Owens did the power bomb to Sami Zayn on the apron.
Where's Sami Zayn, man?
I know he gets beat down so much. The referee and medics decided to come and assist him and carry him to the back. Kevin Owens says, no, that's not enough. Goes to attack him again, grabs the steel chair, puts his head in the steel chair. Shane McMahon comes out. He throws Sami Zayn into Shane McMahon, and Shane McMahon gets caught by one of the edges of the chair.
Uh-oh.
And then Owens hops the barricade and runs up the
Did he bleed?
crowd. No, he didn't, but I think it was like it was either the leg of the chair.
It was like the leg kind of jabbed him like a.
Yeah, it was just like because like he was running and he pushed Sammy into him, so it was just kind of like so
Yeah.
yeah, it sucks.
I feel like Sami Zayn is like the new Tommy Dreamer.
He's one of the most loved guys, but they're just not giving him a break.
Yeah.
Maybe in time. Who knows? Maybe after Orton retires and
he hasn't won a championship since he made the main roster, right?
Yeah, after he had that phenomenal match with John Cena.
Yeah.
And then he got injured and had to go away for a while, and that kind of deflated it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we already talked about Bullet Club invading Raw. So, as far as Hot Topic, Cody Rhodes has actually signed a long-term deal, I believe, with Ring of Honor.
Oh, nice.
So,
Because he wasn't under contract.
He was not. He was independent booking, going back and forth New Japan and everything. So it looks like he's going to be working with Ring of Honor for a while. So
American Nightmare.
That's right.
Cody. What's your first name? Cody. What's your last name? Cody. Cody.
Cody is coming to your town. Oh, yeah. Final bit of Hot Topic news we've got for you guys. WWE is considering holding a women's Royal Rumble. And I think we talked about this. No, that was Money in the Bank, which we have had. There's possibility that we're going to see a women's Royal Rumble. So I'm okay with this. I think
can even see them doing a female elimination chamber. That'll be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I think that's one of the last things that they have yet to do, aside from maybe like a TLC match.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you take the SmackDown and Raw women, you throw in some of the Mae Young classics and NXT talent. You have yourself a 2025 women's Royal Rumble. Winner goes on to face whichever champion they choose at WrestleMania. Boom, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know, Tyler. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm down for anything.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm picking Nia right now.
Nia,
Yeah.
you're like all in with Nia Jax right now.
Yeah,
That's
man.
your girl.
Yeah, it is. I still like Naomi, man. I ain't gonna lie, I do, but it's just that I don't know, like.
Are you not feeling the glow as much?
Oh, I'm always feeling the glow. always, man. It's just that with Nia, man, I never seen like besides Karma, a dominant female. And I'm not knocking Beth or who else I'm missing out there? One of the powerhouse girls.
Beth Phoenix was more of a muscle.
Yeah. But these girls are big, decent. You know what I'm saying? They're over.
Curvaceous.
Yes. Exactly. And you haven't seen her since like Bull Nakano, and she's like a huge, big girl champion, but you don't see that no more. Like the girl from the Make Classic, I'm probably pronounce her name Vixen, is it, or
I don't know.
She was one of like the
Piper
Vixen or Piper, something like that. Yeah. And I ain't finished watching it, but I heard she had put on a good match.
I still have to go back and watch the earlier matches of the Mae Young.
There's a girl that was in a tournament I really like. And she's already on NXT, but it's Abby Lath. That's Kimberly.
Okay, yeah.
Chikara. Yeah.
What's her name again?
Abby Lath.
Abby. Okay.
Cool. I made it to the finals. My Supercard tournament.
Yay.
Nice.
We'll have to see how that goes.
Get that code, son.
Oh, it's not a code.
Get that card, son.
Get that card. That's
Get
right.
that cash, son.
Cash money, bear dog.
Get that shit.
Yeah. So that's going to do it for us this week. If you have any questions for us, make sure to leave it on our YouTube channel, WNS Video, or our Facebook page, WNS Podcast. You can check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com or WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook, or subscribe to our show on iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast.
We're on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, Player.fm, and Satchel. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us.
You can also follow us on Twitter at WNS Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at WNS_Dano. You can follow Tyler at Tyler_Abear. You can follow Ryan at King Scorpio 11. And also, don't forget, we're going to be starting up Twitch pretty soon, so make sure to check that out. Follow us, twitch.tv/WNS Podcast for the podcast crew. I am Dano Heron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
We was live, baby. This is Ryan.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we will catch you all next week.